for 8 hours.
One that I would like to not be a part of.
Really?
Yes.
Do an 8 hour marathon? I think that'd be fun.
Nope.
Just saying.
Nope. Excuse me.
Wow, she hiccups her way through level 5.
Yep.
All
That
right.
stupid little game.
And we are on. All right. There's that. We'll move this up. There we go. And we'll figure from there. Hey, folks. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Patron Pre-Show. You are lucky we are here. I am just saying. One, because right now we have some pretty hellacious storms going on. So, matter of fact, I want to take a look real quick while we're looking at this. And I will bring this up and take a looky and see where we're at. Because we got a whole bunch of big storms coming in. We got the phones going off and all that fun stuff. But, yeah, I'm going to check the radar out here and see how things are going. I hope it's going okay your way. According to Daryl W4, when I had him on the show last night on Geocaching Podcast, he was saying how Chicago was getting just nailed with storms and such, and Michigan wasn't getting anything. They're almost in a drought. Oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of stuff going on. Yeah, the heavy stuff is just south of us. That's one nice thing about where we're at. Raleigh, North Carolina has this magic bubble, the dome that fits right on top of it. And when weather comes crashing through, it just kind of vaporizes in the center section where Raleigh are, and we're just south of Raleigh. So we get a lot of that. So a lot of stuff will go north of us, a lot of stuff will go south of us. And that middle section always just kind of makes stuff evaporate. I have no idea why it does that, but probably why people moved here. It's like, hey, it doesn't get so bad there. So yeah, we do have some storms going. So we will deal with that as they go through. But yeah, we hope that you're safe and you're doing well when it comes to geocaching. We don't want you guys getting out there and getting hurt while it's a thundering and a lightning. Kind of use a little common sense with that, I would think, for something like that. All right, that's going on. If you don't know, and we might as well just get right out into it right now. If you don't know, in the United States, for the folks who are in the United States, Pokemon Go went live today. And it's addicting, just a little. May bring out a little bit of competitiveness, and sometimes even poor will towards significant others that may cause you grief because you can't play Pokemon and drive and survive. So one of you has to drive the car while the other one sits next to you tee-heeing as they go, gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
No, don't update. Are you crazy?
So yeah, answer no.
No, there's no.
Do not update now, bottom left.
Oh. Cancel update.
Yes, there you go.
God,
So
why do you do this to me?
Well, you need to quit yelling at the computer, and 2, turn your computer on more than once a week.
Shut up.
Also brings ill will in heated discussion with said Pokemon. So yes.
You're just angry because I'm ahead of you.
We wanted to thank Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, for saying Pokemon Go is live. Yay. And I looked at it because I actually, work and went through.
We won't even go into why I do it.
And I didn't realize till about like 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon And I thought I would surprise Amy because she was kind of down in the dumps a little bit earlier today. And I'm like, hey, Pokemon Go went live today. And she's like, I'm already level 2, going on 3. I'm like, you son of a gun. And off she went. So it's been like, I couldn't do anything till I got out of work. And so I get literally a half hour.
Unfortunate.
I get a half hour to go out and actually play the game some. It's addicting. It is incredibly addicting. And if you played Ingress, you're going to see some distinct similarities in certain things in Pokemon that are you can tell literally got pulled from Ingress. And
locations will be very
similar. If you know portals and locations in Ingress, you will see very similar things in Pokemon. So they definitely used the information they had to fill up this game and go with it. It's fun. It really is. I never got. I was just on the outside of the.
Can you scroll me down over there?
On the left.
Yeah. Yeah, I thought. No, honey, over there.
Yes. Okay. It beats. Yes, if you would say the slider for the chat room, I would figure that out.
Whatever. He's just angry because I'm at level 5 and he is not.
Yes, because I came in to actually do the show and finish things up and make sure everything was set up for all you wonderful people, because that's what we do. While she's out there, and you'll see this, the actual Pokemon creatures come in your house. I'm not kidding. They actually show up in your house. The thing that she got for level 5 was in the studio. So I'm just saying.
And he's used to being ahead of me.
Right. Which is as it should be.
And now that I'm ahead of him,
it's driving me crazy.
It is driving him nuts. I wasn't even going to play this stupid little game. And I thought, well, I'm just going to get in there and see what it's about, see how dumb it really is.
Right. It can't be all that fun.
It can't be that fun.
Right.
Yeah. Level 5 later.
Yeah. So it was.
Yeah.
Just saying.
I mean, if I had my own home like you do now, it'd be awesome because I could be outside in my garden too.
Yes.
Instead of playing this stupid little thing where all these little creatures come up and you fling a little ball at them.
Right.
But no.
Yeah. So we'll set those aside for now, and we'll bring up stuff.
Turned it off.
Okay, we turned them off for now. I can't guarantee it won't go on sometime during the show, but
he'll be up all night trying to beat me.
Why'd you go out in the car? I just needed a ride. Yeah.
You went for a ride at 1?
Yeah. Well,
come on.
Yeah.
How'd you get to level 8?
So yes, that was one thing to bring out was the news that Pokemon Go is now live in the United States. Catch them all. The other one was, and I'm dying to find out.
I'll get bored with it and quit.
There you go. That makes me happy.
Yes.
How was Geo Woodstock 14? I'm honestly.
It looked awesome. Where? Well, Doc Firewoman put up some pictures on her Facebook page.
Okay, I didn't get a chance to see that yet, so I apologize if I didn't see it.
You're not a Facebooker. So.
I have to admit, and I talked to Daryl and some other people too. We got nothing. We're not in the. I don't know if we're just.
She said it was awesome.
We weren't in the circles when it came to a lot of people.
Yeah.
We saw a lot of stuff on Facebook and Twitter from people going to things outside. In other words, their trip and their adventure getting to Geo Woodstock. So you were getting a lot of as they're traveling along kind of stuff, or when they're around Geo Woodstock.
She hasn't put up the pictures from her camera yet.
Okay, because
she took 400 with her phone.
There you go. But a lot of people didn't, and I was very impressed with Doc Firewoman with all the different ones of the pictures because she went everywhere.
She has 1,000 on her camera.
I've seen that at a hockey game. Dave the Bear Maker did that once. Yeah, and it's impressive with the scenery and where they went and all the things that they did, and it's awesome. It's very, very cool. I just didn't get a lot of information or feedback about what actually happened at Geo Woodstock. You know, was it good, bad, or indifferent? Was there a lot to do? What kind of things were they doing? I got very little to nothing as far as information of what's going on. It's like it was kind of like a black hole, and I was surprised of going on. Now, I have to admit, I am tickled pink that for Geo Woodstock 15, it's going to be here in North Carolina.
She said there were some cool caches that they got to do.
Cool.
So they did do that. Not as many vendors.
Okay.
So,
we're literally getting it live from Doc Firewoman from
of path tag trading.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that is pretty cool.
Yeah. If there was one thing, Doc, with Gary and Josh. If there was one thing at Geo Woodstock that was the hands down coolest thing there, what would it be? Besides Memphis Mafia.
Oh, yeah. He had 14 of them go live that day. Yep. That's pretty cool.
But what was the one cool thing at, and it doesn't have to be just Doc Firewoman, anybody in the chat room, what was the one cool thing at Geo Woodstock that you went, oh, man, you got to see this? I would be curious.
Yep.
I would honestly be curious.
Yep.
The lab caches.
All right, caches. Cool. Yeah, that's interesting because a lot of people, when they go to...
hands down, she said, lab caches.
When they go to Geo Woodstock, they're... The one
they
that I've been to,
they put
a lot of effort into them, but
those,
people are kind of leery about them.
Well, it's a different procedure.
What's it going to be? Are they going to be great or are they going to be terrible?
Yeah, I haven't really seen bad lab caches, especially at the mega events. They people, those are kind of the showcase.
Absolutely.
For that.
And the ones I did at the one Woodstock I've been to, were great.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. And they're a lot of fun, and they can be very, 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 very creative and or verbose or just unique or what have you.
And she said Memphis Mafia caches were great. He did several different types.
That's awesome.
So that's good too.
Yeah, very, very cool. So yeah, I'm really hoping, and I'll be finding out over the year what's going on with Geo Woodstock for us here in North Carolina, and I really want to pull a great draw for them. I really want this to be like the event to go to.
Well, you and I already have our hotel reservation.
Yes, we literally do. Do.
Because I made it the day it came out.
Right.
And well, not the day. Maybe I did. Maybe the day after.
Right.
Because I found out while I was at my part-time job, standing at a register where it was going to be.
Yeah.
And I couldn't get too excited because people were going to be like, what's wrong with her? So, yeah. And the next day I was researching and figured out where we were going to stay.
Yeah. Doc Firewoman said she was glad there weren't as many vendors because her pocketbook wouldn't have been.
Oh, girl, I am with you.
Yeah.
Oh, my Lord.
Yeah. Because
he dreads every time I go, I say, I'm going to go look around. He goes,
give me your purse. Give me your purse.
Yeah.
Here's a 20. Go have fun.
20? Really?
All right, 10.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, hey, I'm going to need some more money.
That happens a lot. Hey,
what are you getting?
You got any change left? What do you got in
your
pockets?
How much money do you have left?
Yes. Yeah, coins are mine too.
We have this much money a piece, and it's usually equal.
Yes.
And I usually end up spending some of his too.
Yes. Doesn't kinda, does. Just plain does.
Yeah.
And the funny part is I account for that.
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
It's like yeah, here we go.
Yeah.
All's fair in love and war.
How much money do you have left? He's like, wow.
I haven't spent mine yet.
What do you want? I still have all mine. I'm like, I know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
So the lab
pretty bad.
Yeah, pretty good. So it's one of those things, and I love it. I can't wait. For me, I literally have been hitting every other one on the odds.
He really have. I told him, I said, you can't go to the even ones.
Yeah, 9, 11, 13 are the ones that I've been to. And so 15 next. And I can't tell you how
I was so stinking excited. I couldn't hardly see straight.
It's a 4-hour ride.
Yeah, I was
into the mountains.
Stinking excited. And you people in Arkansas better be trying to get here.
Yeah, because the thing that you really, I mean, if you're in Colorado, you know mountains. All right, I'll give you that. Yeah. But for the East Coast and anybody this side of the Mississippi, this is some sweet area. You've got the Biltmore out there. Biltmore, that's what I meant.
Biltmore Estate, yes.
Where the Rockefellers were from.
Gorgeous.
Absolutely amazing.
No.
It was not the Rockefellers?
No.
Who was it?
Well, you'll have to go and find out.
Oh, see, now I got to Google it. Yes, it was a
teaser.
It was a very rich oil.
They were a very rich family, the richest family in North Carolina,
and it wasn't the Rockefellers. All right, I'll have to find out.
Well, you'll have to Google it.
Yes, we'll have to figure it out.
I do not,
or rely on our trusty chat room.
I think it was Rockefellers.
Oh, see, now you don't know. Yes.
See, now you got me questioning myself.
Congratulations to
yay! That's a very cute
Ping. Very, we like that picture with.
I love that picture of you guys.
That was awesome. Very neat. So yeah, good stuff. So, anyways, yes.
Okay.
What was it?
Yes.
The Vanderbilts. That's right.
Why'd you tell him? Make him look it up.
We have a cool chat room.
They like you.
They do. They really do. So yes,
that's what it was.
So yes, congratulations to Ping. It's been a whole week, dude.
Yes.
I'm just saying. Are you still talking?
My dad used to say that to us. It's like you've been married a year. You're still talking to each other.
Yes. It's
how it together goes. 4 years.
Seems like 30.
Yeah. He tells people we've been married 30 years. They're like, that's great. I'm like, no, almost 3. They're like, what? Yes.
I love it. I really do.
Yeah, they're like, oh, that's so great. That's so great.
No,
yeah,
3 years. He's one of those. Yeah. So yeah, good stuff. So yeah, I was very curious, and I would love to hear, and I haven't even talked with the.
They met at an event.
Yes, that is cool.
Yeah,
that's the way it should be.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
But to find out the things that people like the most out of the different mega events.
I would like to know if they could see any one thing at Woodstock 15
that they would want to see.
That they above anything else, what would it be?
Yeah. See, I like and I'll totally
because I could toot North Carolina's horn in the mountains all day long.
It's gorgeous.
I mean, because you got Biltmore, you've got the Blue Ridge Parkway, you've Asheville in and of itself, and the mountains is beautiful anyway.
Yes.
So there's just, I mean,
tons of stuff.
Yes. There's whitewater rafting. There's just lots to do.
Right.
So yeah,
but I would like to know what. See, for me personally, one of the things that I like is spontaneity. I like having. If you ever went to Going Caching, to one of their events, they have stuff. You know, they've got their events. They've got different things that are going on during the day, the scheduled things. They've got all these little mini things going on mingled in the crowd. You know, they had, I couldn't even tell you how many geocoins that they had people hiding them everywhere. Or they would have some of the younger kids in that. They would go through and they would walk by you and they would drop a couple of the coins and look down and go, oh, look at that. And people would look down and scramble for them.
My gosh.
It was awesome to have that kind of spontaneity.
You know what? And I was so oblivious to that.
Yeah, you kind of walk by, and the funny part is you got the coin and I didn't because I gave it to you.
No, you didn't. Some guy walked up and he's like, here you go.
Yeah. And
I was like, thanks. What is it? He was like, somebody's like, Amy, there's a coin in there.
Yeah.
Like, is there?
Yeah, because they had a little They had
no
this
idea.
little it looked like an oat sack, a little about 1 inch and a half oat sack with a little satchel on it, teeny tiny little thing. And the geocoin was inside that, and she's like, "Oh, how cute! What is that?" It's like, look inside. Oh, and it's like,
Yeah.
then everything kicked off.
And they've been dropping them all over the place.
Yes.
I had no idea.
Yeah, they were hiding them and dropping them and things. So, what kind of things, I'd love to find out from people what kind of things that they would like to have at this event. I want Geo Woodstock 15 to blow all the other ones right out of the water,
Yeah.
and that's saying something.
I mean, honestly, if you could have
Yes,
one thing.
I mean, I know about like the amenities. The food lines, the bathrooms.
I mean, you're always going to have that.
Yes, but
and that's always a struggle for everybody.
People have ways of getting that through. Like, for example, at in Maryland,
at 13,
they had at 13, the other odd number.
Yes.
They had probably one of the best registration processes that I've ever seen.
Yeah, that was good.
Where people just melted. They just got into their individual lines, went through, and boom, they were done.
Dude, that was great.
I mean, literally less than an hour, we walked up and said, where is everybody? And they were done.
Yes. And so 13 was awesome.
Yeah,
and
so
was.
That was something that I'm going to talk to the guys. They have a big NCGO has a large event coming up in the fall called Fall Fling.
Yeah.
And so we're going to be there this year, and I'll be talking to the guys as well. And I'm going to have my list of stuff and saying, hey, I hope you considered this.
Yeah.
Because
that registration was flawless.
That was awesome. So yeah, very, very cool.
Flawless. And there was
they said it was rough in Denver.
The restrooms,
they had plenty of everything.
Tons.
Yes.
I mean, there was no line.
Yeah.
I mean, the food line was long, but
even then it wasn't bad.
Even then, it really
I remember
wasn't bad.
us going to that and literally 20 minutes maybe, and we were done.
Wasn't bad.
And you had food. I mean, it wasn't yours. And I would say that was the other thing that I was most impressed with, was that you went and it wasn't like you had your standard bag of chips and your kind of a burger, and they had designer condiments. They had all the different types of things, and you had a choice of all the different type of things that you want.
Yeah, I got to tell you, for my first Woodstock, I really picked a good one.
Yeah,
I gotta
you did.
say.
Yeah. So those are the good things that I want to take as a granted. I want people to sit there and go, that's something I don't even want to worry about.
Mm-hmm.
The other thing that I liked about open caching, and I think they did that as well, or going caching. Thank you. And they did it at 13 as well. You didn't have just the lines. They had enough food vendors around where there was no wait, there was no whatever. If you didn't feel like getting the stuff over here, there were 4 other places over here you can get stuff.
She said that they tried to do that in Denver, but not all the vendors showed up for food.
That's
so
not
it
good.
Made it rough.
Yeah.
So that does. I mean, you can't help that.
Yeah.
You just simply can't help it.
Yeah.
If they don't show up, they can't feed you.
Right. So, yeah. So that makes it rough. So those are the kind of things that I would like to hope are just givens, that they have enough of everything for the necessities to get through, so that people don't have to concentrate on that, and they're concentrating on having fun. So that's just me. So like I said, very, 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 wow, supposed to be 12, but 6 didn't show. Yeah, that's rough. That's rough.
Yeah, 13 will be hard to beat.
Yes.
That was a good one.
And the other thing that I liked about 13,
especially with the crab cake,
they had yes.
Dude, that was freaking awesome.
The other thing that it isn't amazing. It's always that one item that just resonates when you have memories about stuff. The other thing that I liked about them was all the extra buildings that were available, where you weren't just out in an open field someplace. You had places to look and places to go. And go for that. So yeah, like I said, hopefully a lot of the stuff will get conveyed to the folks.
Okay. Now she said the swag that they got there was awesome.
Primo, huh?
They got the coins, backpack, etc. That she said that was great.
Awesome.
Yeah.
And those coins, I'll tell you what,
beautiful.
Depending on who worked on what, if GX Proxy has their hands on it, or if Coins and Pins has their hands on it, they literally, I mean, some of those coins are just out of this world.
She said they had a butterfly exhibit and a farm exhibit.
Oh, cool.
Well, that is pretty
See,
cool.
That's the kind of stuff I like too. Just those little bit of extras, just so that you got constant stuff to do.
Yeah.
And it's like,
Yeah. I think an exhibit that would be exclusive to North
the
Carolina.
hippie exhibit?
No, exclusive to North Carolina.
Oh,
and
cool.
its history would be.
Oh, Civil War. I mean, there's all sorts of stuff.
Would be good.
Or even the Vanderbilts. I mean, you know, for
that
stuff
area.
like that, for that area.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, there's pink shirt.
He's wearing 13 as we speak.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Yeah, so I don't know. I'm going to be very, very excited and very verbose about this year. I want everybody to know. You're kidding. No, I believe it or not. I may speak up a little on it.
I'm shocked.
Yeah.
This is me, shocked.
Yeah. Wow. So that's amazing. All right. Well, 8:30, good stuff. From Pokemon Go to Geo Woodstock. Excellent. But yeah, we're looking forward to it.
And Andy's bitter.
And just a little. Because she's level 5 and I am not.
Who cares?
I had things to do.
Who cares?
I care.
Way too much, evidently.
Do you realize, and we'll talk about this,
that hurt.
And I'm sorry. All the Tourette's arm you have and that little bump hurt you?
Your elbow went into my arm.
Aw. Feel better?
No, it still hurts.
I'm sorry. I'll kiss you better later, but we'll wait until after the show. Just saying, we
wow.
I forgot what I was going to talk about.
Yeah, no.
All right. I think it's time to start the show. What do you think? I think it's pretty darn good myself. All right. So sit back, relax, get your favorite libation, your favorite snack. The GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast is going to be coming at you right about now. Well, hello, and welcome. Welcome to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I'm your host, Andy HeadHardHat Smith, and I am here with the wonderful, the delightful, the DeWitty, she played Pokemon more than me, and she's a higher level wife, Amy. Yes, if you haven't heard.
Mr. I care way too much about this game.
I've only been talking about it for 2 years. Do you realize this whole thing started out as a joke?
I have never heard you talk about it until just now.
I always talk about Pokemon Go because it was AR.
AR?
Altered reality. Or augmented reality.
Oh, I see.
Or some other kind of A-word reality. But anyways, I was very excited about this because I had said years ago, that geocaching needed an AR geocache type. Can you imagine? Because we've seen it now where you have the little pokey people and the camera's working and you see them in the front ground. You imagine that with a geocache? Have a well, not necessarily a Pokemon, but a dragon or something like that you could do. I thought that would be awesome. I'm talking about that for years. And now it's out. Pokemon Go is live in the United States, came live today. And when I say live, they are everywhere.
Uh-huh.
And we went through and, matter of fact, we want to thank Joshua, the geocaching vlogger, for probably putting the biggest wedge in between us in our marriage.
Oh, stop. Good grief.
We went through.
I'd uninstall it now.
I didn't realize till about 1:00 that I saw Joshua's message saying Pokemon Go went live. This is great. The kids are eating it up. They're having a blast. So I'm like, hey, Amy was kind of a little bit down in the dumps during the work. And so I thought I'd cheer her up and tell her about Pokemon Go because she kind of liked Ingress and played a little bit with it. So maybe this is something that would, pique her interest. So I tell her. And what do I get back in return? Well, I'm already on level 3. It's like, So yes, she'd already been out there trying to
yeah, because stuff. I was like, well, how fun can this really be?
Yeah. She's already on level 5.
Because I have like this apparently addictive personality.
Just a smidge.
And when I get into something, now I got to play it.
It's automatic competition.
And I'm like, well, now he's going to download it and I've got to get ahead of him.
Right.
Because I know he's going to play it.
Yes.
And all it is just flicking these little balls at these little things when they come up. So at these little animals. So then you got to capture them. Then you have this little scoreboard thing.
And you got to get them all. And there's hundreds.
You get medals and all kinds of stuff. And I'm like, all right, well, then what?
Yes, but you kept
He says,
at
yeah,
it.
but then they evolve. And it's like, into what?
Bigger, better, better.
Into badder things. Then they fight and...
Well, yeah, now you're excited. You had to get to level 5 tonight because that way you can now go to the gym.
I think I can go to the gym, yeah. Because I'm like,
battle them.
I'm like, well, what is that all about? So I wanted to see what that was about.
Yeah, so she started reading up and
yeah.
she said, did you know if they did this and this does that? And I'm like,
yeah, it's like an Ingress thing.
Yeah. So
except you don't connect them, I don't think.
Well, there's something we haven't figured out all that yet.
Yeah, I don't know.
And part of the other part was too, if you played Ingress.
Yeah, Static J was like, think Ingress.
Yes. If you were in Ingress, you are going to recognize a lot of your favorite portals as being part of the Pokemon game.
Yes.
Because there's these
I'm
little,
like, hey, I recognize this spot.
Yeah, there's these little refill stations that you go to pick up more balls. Thank you, Scott Burtz. And so you pick up more
people?
Come you pick
on.
up more Pokemon balls so that you can capture more Pokemon. Well, the portals there are the old Ingress portals. So they just took all the data from Ingress and plopped it into Pokemon, and away you go. Instant content. So anyways, it's a lot of fun. It's incredibly addictive. There are 3 sides as opposed to Ingress with 2. There's actually 3 different sides you can be on. We have already agreed that we are going to be on the same team, because otherwise it's all over. It'll crush the marriage. I'm just saying.
If I even make it that far.
Well, I hope so, because we can trade. And if you got stuff that I need and I got stuff that you need, and that could almost work in a relationship. I'm just saying.
Give you all my stuff and let you go.
Okay, if you want. Well, we'll figure it out and let's see what you got. Anyways.
Lord help us if you aren't.
Yeah. So
Lord,
there you go.
Pokemon
Go. The only thing that you might or you will have issues with, let's face it, everybody on the planet is starting to pit. Well, okay, sorry, Static. Almost everybody on the planet is playing. So you've got the United States and several other major countries that are all playing right now. And the problem is their servers are just being slaughtered. So you're going to get a lot of server I think it actually says something to the point of our servers are experiencing issues. Sound familiar? Just saying. So yeah, you're going to get that because everybody's playing this thing right now. So yeah, that's how it goes. Lots of fun. Highly recommend it. It's free. Give it a shot. Check it out. And you never know. You might get hooked into it and see where
and get bored like me and quit.
And then get bored and quit and move on to something else. Go back to geocaching. So yeah, that's
actually more fun and real life.
Yes. Sort of. I'm just saying. Anyway, so that's where we are. It is long way round.
I'm going to find somebody with a real life.
All right. It is July 7th, 2016.
Not really.
Yes. And yeah, just good times. That's all it is. So let's move on. We talked about Pokemon Go.
Yes.
The other thing that I'm going to be doing this weekend is there is an app that is out, and the kind folks that make the app had contacted me and said, hey, can you do a review? And apparently
it's pretty neat.
This has been out for a while. It's called Geo. So it's GeoOOH, Geo Live. And it's another geocaching app, Android only. and I'm going to give it a whirl there to see how it is and find some geocaches with it. One of there's some cool features in it, and apparently it has gone through. I think they're actually in 7 point. I want to say something like 6.5 in the version, so it's been around for a while. It's been greatly enhanced, according to Daryl, since when he remembered seeing it a while ago. They do use the live API, so you do have the live app or live map, I should say, when you go out geocaching, which is very cool. One of the things that caught my eye right away was when you select a geocache on their map and you hit it, and it gives the directions, the best route to get to it automatically, which I thought was slick. There are a couple of little, usually icons, 1, 2, or even 3 sometimes, little icons that are right around the geocache. And if you zoom in, you'll actually see it say things like open parking lot, end of street, trailhead possibility, things like that. And it's little hints for you to figure out this might be the easiest way to get to the cache. And then if you click on them, they'll actually tell you what the little hints are. I have not seen that in any other app.
Mm-mm.
So I thought that was kind of neat in of itself.
Mm-hmm.
So again, I'll do a review next week on it for Geo Live, and you can get it now off the Play Store and check it out. It's free, and good stuff. I didn't see anything I didn't like. Let's put it that way. And I'm going to give it a full test this weekend.
Mm-hmm.
So good stuff.
Yeah. Well, I'm working.
Yes. And then there's testing Pokemon Go.
Oh, Jesus.
Just saying. So how can you watch the show live and generally get in touch with us? Well, it's very simple to watch the live feed and join us in the chat room with all our fantastic geocachers from around the world by going to www.geosnippits.com on Thursdays at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have all of our social media links from Facebook to Twitter to Google Plus, and all those associate to Periscope and everybody else. Go and check them out. We've got them for the show. We've got them for Amy. We've got them for myself. And it's a great way for you fine folks to get in touch with us just about any way you can. And just, great way to contact us and have, if you got questions or whatever, discussion about the show. It's a cool way to go. And you can get those by going to geosnippets.com or GeoSnippitsReboot.com in the upper right-hand corner. And there's a whole section there for our social links. So be sure to check that out. Finally, we have our voicemail line where you can call in your questions, your comments, your suggestions by calling 919-341-9519. Or you don't even have to worry about the phone charges at all. All you have to do is go to geosnippets.com or geosnippitsreboot.com and click the send voicemail tab on the right-hand side of the screen. And there you'll get up to 3 minutes through your phone, your laptop, your tablet, your computer with a microphone, and can send us a message any way that you'd like. And we love hearing from you fine folks, and it just makes the show that much more fun. The cool thing is it is free, so by all means, please give it a try.
Want to give a special thanks to Team Poogatch.
Yes.
For sending us their awesome path tag.
Yes. You can't see the detail. They are shiny with little black footprints.
Yes.
And it says, get lost with Team Poogatch. Very, very cool. We will add this to our collection of honor. Thank you so much. We love giving path tags. And also, we want to say a very, very special thank you to the, pronounce that for me. Allegheny National Forest. Thank you, Allegheny
Visitors Bureau.
Yes, the Allegheny National Forest Visitors Bureau.
I think that's how you say it.
Yes, and if we don't, we apologize. Sent us the coolest thing. It's a wooden nickel, it's geocoin size, 2-inch. Very, very cool. And this is from the Great Finding Bigfoot Geo Trail. And this is from Trail Central. It's very, very cool. It's got a very neat Bigfoot silhouette on the front of the coin. And you're going to want to check this out because they've got a lot of trails. This is in McKean County, Pennsylvania. and you're going to want to go to, and this is all one word, visit ANF.com. Visit AnnieNiceFrank.com and check out the Bigfoot Trail. And they've got a coin for it. And they sent us this very, very cool trackable coin from them. Thank you so much from you fine folks. I love getting stuff. This will also go in our collection behind us. And because I love wooden nickels. I really do. They're very, very cool. And thank you so much. This is great. But again, check it out by going to visit ANF.com and check out the Bigfoot Trail. Excuse me. Very, very, very cool.
I like it. I like the big fit on it.
Yeah, very nicely done. All right, so let's move on to our GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Geocaching Poll of the Week. And here are the results for this week. And I will let wife Amy, once I get this up for her, to read this out for us.
What kind of wood this is?
I don't know what they use for wooden nickels. Actually, if we talk to the folks that are at the wooden nickel, they would be able to tell us.
I don't know. Just popped in my little head.
That's all right. Good question.
Okay. The question was, have you ever found an underwater geocache?
All right. Now, this was not surprising.
Answer this.
All right.
But the answer is no. I have not.
All right. What are the percentages, though?
At 90%, no.
Surprise.
I'm shocked. 0%, yes, scuba.
Okay.
At 5% each, yes, snorkel and swimming.
Wow. So people have actually, and now I know.
I read that backwards, but whatever.
That's all right. That's fine. I know there are people that have gone out scuba diving and found geocaches. They just didn't answer our poll. But it does give you.
Maybe they're not like.
Well, there's a distinct difference of I'm going to find that cache that's 2 feet down in the water over there in that lake or stream where you don't have to wear any equipment.
Right.
To the ones that are like, I'm going to wear a snorkel and go find it.
Right.
To people that are like, I'm going to go 40 feet down with a scuba gear and go with that. I do know people
maybe
that
they actually are not geocachers, but kind of stumbled across it.
They could. That would be an interesting thing. Why would they put a box down here? Just saying.
Yeah.
So, yeah, interesting stuff. I was not surprised about 90% of people not doing it, but I thought that was a bit on the high side. I thought there'd be more people that actually put one underwater geocaches.
Apparently, there's a scuba one here in Raleigh.
Oh, awesome.
I did not know that.
I did not know that either.
Like the jellyfish.
Thank you. That was at the North Carolina Aquarium that we took those from. Yeah, excellent stuff. So there you go. We put out a question each week, and we always, a lot of times we get very, very surprised.
That did not surprise me.
That one did not surprise me when it came to answers, but we put out one each week, and that's why it's so important for you to get us in your Google Plus circles so that you can get notified and come out and check out the poll of the week. We sent ours out yesterday, so there's a brand new one out there. So be sure to stop on by to the geosnippets.com website on the right-hand side and check out where to go to find out where our polls are held. So check those out, get your 2 cents worth in. And a lot of times, very valuable information comes from all the people that participate with that. So again, thank you for everybody who does. All right, good stuff. Let's move on. Tonight's episode is brought to you in part by gxproxy.com and gxproxy.eu from Europe for cachers serious about leaving their mark.
And also by coinsandpins.com, the best place to get custom coins, geocoins, lapel pins, and patches made. Go through our GeoSnippets links and use the promo code HeadHardHat for a 10% discount. And FYI for our listeners, you can sign up for their newsletter to get notified of when new coins and patches are available for sale. We're also very thankful to all of our sponsors, and if you want to see more of their products, be sure to go to our GeoSnippets websites and simply click on their logos. Not only do you get great deals, but it helps our program as well.
Absolutely.
Mouth is dry.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And drinking coffee to boot. Go figure.
Yeah. Well,
Speaking of patches from coinsandpins.com, make sure we still have several available left. We have the choice. You can get this right on our main website of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast Glow in the Dark Trackable patch. We have the patch in by itself. We also have, you can get with either the 4-inch or 6-inch stainless steel wire link on here for if you like keychains or hooking it up to something. This is a great way to go. We go through PayPal with this, and they start out at $8. Check them out and get them while they last. And that all the proceeds go to help the show. All right, let's move on.
Don't do that.
Yee-haw! Yep. Really? Right in the middle of my yeehaw. Don't do that.
Yep, you were dancing, and that is not good.
Can't jump either. What glues to use, as she says very definitively? Nope.
Bless your heart.
I know. That's what they say here in North Kakalaki. All right. So what glues to use for making geocaches? We had been asked, actually on the chat room, I think it was a couple weeks ago, it said, would you mind putting out a show for just that? What kind of glues and what kind of materials work best when creating geocaches? Well, it's an interesting start because geocaches can be nowadays made with so many different combinations of things. Glass can be involved with it for certain ornate things, metal, wood, leather, fabric, rubber. I mean, there's a zillion different things. And some of the basics even nowadays can drive a geocacher crazy when it comes to what to use when you're mixing, say, plastics to plastics, that type of thing. So what we have here is a list.
Gorilla Glue.
I'm sorry?
Gorilla Glue. It glues everything.
It does, but it doesn't. And we'll actually go into that tonight.
That gorilla would disagree.
I'm sure he would, and I wouldn't want to argue with him, but there are actual things that the standard Gorilla Glue will not work. And we'll actually go with tonight on what those are, but we're going to sound like a Gorilla Glue commercial, but they have so many new products now that do meld and adhere to so many
really is
things.
A great product.
Yes. But they've modified them over the years, and we'll go over to some of that as well. So some of the stuff that we're going to go through tonight are literally just ones that this particular list that came out a while ago, and it's literally called "What is the best adhesive to glue for this?" in a do-it-yourself glue guide. And this is just some of the things that they actually went through. So if you're considering making a geocache and you want to glue two things together, this will give you some helpful hints. So we'll have all this in the show notes.
That stuff's good too.
Yes, we'll have this in the show notes.
Sorry.
See, she's just reading now, and it's surprising.
Yeah, I'm like, I
know this.
Yeah,
yeah,
I like that
right.
stuff. Yeah.
So if you've got stuff that you think is better, let us know. We'll change the list around, but this is something that we'll have in the show notes for you. Now, some of these may seem a little off, and you'll go, why? Because somebody will eventually do this. So why not go over some of the stuff that kind of goes over and
rules are made because people did it.
Yes. So for example, glass to metal. All right. You might want to do something ornate to an ammo box. Who knows? And again, all these links will be in here. Loctite comes up with this thing called Improve UV Light Cure Adhesive, which works well when it comes to glass to metal. And some of these...
And that's spelled IMPRUV.
Right. And so Loctite 349 is what they have with this. And if you really want to know how well UV light curing works and how fast it is, go to the dentist, because that's what they use nowadays for fillings.
And ask your female friends who have their gel nails done.
because that's the top of ours list.
No, I'm serious. They stick their nails in the UV light.
Right. And it adheres
cures
it.
the.
Yeah. So there you go.
If
So
you don't go to the dentist and
because all my fillings, I never had a filling in my life until I came down to North Kakalaki, and then I had 4.
it's because you needed to have them done and you didn't get them done.
No, it's because of the sweet tea. But that's besides the point. So yeah, good
You
stuff.
blame it on something.
I do. So
anyway,
metal to wood. That definitely is something that you might consider when making a geocache.
Nail salons. See,
nail salons.
She does gel nails.
All right. There's a company called LePage's Metal Epoxy. And you know what? That there's a the link that they have on here doesn't work, but the actual thing that they have on here is LePage's Metal Epoxy. And one of the other things, and we'll use this on and off through our list as well, and we're going to sound like a Gorilla Glue commercial, but one of the things that you can go to, and this will also be in the show notes, it's called GorillaTough.com, which is Gorilla Glue's main web page. They've got a product guide. And basically what it does is you find the product in the project that you want to do, and it gives you the right glue to select because they've got so many different types now. So for a product type, list out of kicks here, let's see. I've got glues and adhesives, and we're going to select the surface, and we did wood for 1 and metal for 2. And let's see what they come up with, just out of giggles and kicks. And what do they got for outdoor? Gluing something that needs to have gaps and voids in the material filled. Okay, so let's check that out. And then they've got Gorilla Epoxy that you can use, made specifically for wood and metal. I mean, cool stuff. I like how they've got a lot of these things in here where you can go through and check stuff. So if things don't work out in the list, we'll go to Gorilla Glue for stuff like that. Plastic metal, fast steel epoxy putty is what is recommended with there. Fast steel comes out of polymeric systems and is epoxy putty stick to hand kneadable, fast setting, industrial strength. Those are the kind of things that you want for geocaches. You don't want stuff that's not going to mess up and pop off after 2 minutes of being out in the elements. So that's something that you might want to consider for that. Leather to metal. I love the name of this. It's called Household Goop. And let's see what it has up on here. Comes out from Electric Products. And they've got all sorts of different goop. There's E6000. There's all the different ones. If you go to a hardware store, you'll see all things like this. And it's great for different things like fabrics, plastics, metals, and such. And it's just got a cool name. Goop.
Yes.
Just saying.
GOOP.
GOOP. So yes, they've got all sorts of different type of epoxies. Now, the thing that you have to remember with epoxies, and we'll go over some of these as well. Glues are just this. You clip it, you pour it out of the container, it hardens and dries.
Yes.
Putty, you literally have to take usually 2 different components with the putty, and you literally, it's like silly putty. You put your hands together, you wind it up into a ball, putty, and you squish it together until the chemical reaction starts. And then you quickly put it to where you want to seal it, and it turns to rock. Epoxy is something where you go and you take 2 equal parts of usually liquids, and you put the 2 parts together, you mix it, the chemical reaction works with that, and then you smear it into the areas that you want.
One of my former roommates had epoxy paint on her walls.
Epoxy paint?
Mm-hmm.
Why would one use that?
It was my last roommate.
All right.
So that should explain that to you.
Okay.
But she had some epoxy paint on some of her walls because it's easy to clean.
Oh, just because of the hard surface.
It is a lot easier to clean when it gets dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And she actually had epoxy on the floor of the bonus room above her garage, and you could literally hose it off.
Yeah. I can see where somebody would want that, but just remember, once you do it, it's there.
It is there.
Yeah.
It is there, but it is so easy to clean. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So if you've got like children, if you in a daycare, I could see where that would be extremely useful.
Mm-hmm. Excellent stuff.
So anyway, that's my 2 cents.
That's the first time I've seen that. Now, if you want to do paper to wood, there is something called the Yamamoto Nori rice sticking paste.
That sounds like something the Chinese would cook with. Sorry.
Yamamoto Nori rice sticking paste, which works exceptionally well when it comes to putting paper to wood. Very good for crafts and such.
Huh. Okay.
Interesting. What's that?
Get a magnet to stick to a PVC pipe.
That is the ultimate question. And normally with something like that, working with metal to plastic, and we'll go over the formula why it does not work with Gorilla Glue. And
well, what does work?
All right, and we'll go over that. You want to know what the answer is? A different Gorilla Glue. It's not the standard Gorilla Glue. It's specially made for bonding metal
to plastic.
Right, and we'll go over that in a little bit. But keep that up. We'll definitely go over that because that's at the end of the show that I've got in my notes. Let's see.
Of course, it's at the end.
Yes.
You're going to have to get a curved magnet too.
A curved magnet? That helps.
If it's a round PVC
it's
pipe.
It's more surface.
Unless it's an itty magnet.
But on the other point, then you've got curved on the other side trying to hook to whatever it's going to be magnet.
Anyway, squirrel. Sorry.
Right. So let's see.
Make sure you get to that though.
Yes, we will do that. Some of the other ones that they have in here is ceramic to rubber, which also can happen with geocaches. And again, our friends from Eclectic with Goop, they have a special adhesive for that, for rubber and ceramics. A lot of times I'm like, well, where would we see that? I actually found a 2-foot tall ceramic rabbit as a geocache out in the woods.
I would not do that.
That was fun.
Yeah.
That was neat because you're out in the middle of nowhere. There's no trail. It's not like somebody's just going to wander up on this thing.
Oh, all right.
And here's this 2-foot rabbit looking at you when you go in to find it when you get to ground zero. Things like that. Awesome stuff for that. Let's see other ones that people, ceramic to fabric, glass to rubber. Now, glass to rubber is some of the stuff that you want to use with here is, let's see if it comes up. General Electric Silicone 2 kitchen and bath is used for putting those together. And it's amazing. You would do a lot of these stuff. People just have no idea that this is the kind of thing that you would want to use for these combinations.
All right. Now, JB Weld.
Yes, metal to ceramic and many other things is JB Weld.
JB Weld, I swear that stuff is magic.
And again,
the guys use it at my full-time job.
Yeah.
And that they say, how are we going to put this together? And the next thing I hear out of their mouth is JB Weld. Can we JB Weld it?
There you go. It's kind of like the duct tape of glues.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
It's either that or liquid nails.
Yes. Liquid nails is also good. JB Weld has expanded their supply a lot.
They also have epoxy.
And they've got epoxies, they've got glues, and they've got other types of adhesives that you can go through there, man, for many different types of jobs. A lot of these companies figured out, their main product that's been around for 100 years isn't good enough anymore. You've got to expand into the other type of things that people want to stick together.
Yes.
And that's what they've done. So excellent stuff for that. So again, we'll have a link to JB Weld. All right, so let's move into this part that goes with magnets and PVC pipe.
And it's a flat surface you're sticking it to.
It doesn't matter because it's still not going to work, and I'll tell you why. You use Gorilla Glue. Gorilla Glue seems like it's just going to keep everything together.
I think it should.
Until you understand what Gorilla Glue was originally made for and why after a very short amount of time, it just snaps off. And it's like, why? This stuff bonds, it seals.
That's no bueno.
It's no bueno. Well, let's go over a little bit on this. What does Gorilla Glue stick to? Well, it sticks to almost anything. It's water activated, so you always want to wet things down when you put before you put the glue in place. It expands into the pores of materials, increasing bonding strength. That's the secret of Gorilla Glue. The water combination and the moisture makes the glue expand at such a high pressure rate. And if you've got two items that you want to stick together, what do? You clamp them together, right? You put the glue in between, you clamp them together until the glue dries. Gorilla Glue has such a chemical reaction that, and such pressure, when the glue actually expands, it gets absorbed into the pores at a very, very high pressure rate. And it's like petrified wood. It just literally, everything melds into itself. There's no lack of gripping power because everything is bound into each other and there's no room. It's all pressure filled and then hard as rock. That's how things like wood and any porous surface works so well with Gorilla Glue. Exact reason why it doesn't work with magnets and PVC pipe. There's no pores. So what happens is the glue sticks, but it only sticks so well, and there's nothing, no matter how hard you press that together, there's nothing for that glue to get enwrapped in the pores. So it literally works to the strength of the actual glue itself, and it'll eventually snap off. That's why Gorilla Glue, the basic Gorilla Glue, does not work well with non-porous materials.
Okay, but that's the basic Gorilla Glue.
That's the basic Gorilla Glue. Now, there are many other ones. Let's go into some of the stuff that they have on here. So let's bring up glues and adhesives, and then we're going to bring up plastic. So let's say let's do plastic, and then let's do metal, because that doesn't have pores either, at least to the point of what we're looking for. And then some of the stuff, let's see, and we'll do just as much with this. Let's see, gluing, what does that say? Vertical surface, can't sag. All right, let's try that. So it just asked about what works on there. Gorilla Glue now has one of the things that they're working with, and there's two things that they have really worked well, is Gorilla Super Glue Gel, because this stuff is made for non-porous materials, and it has a stronger adhesive, and it's going to last a whole lot longer than many basic glues.
And it doesn't run.
The other thing, this stuff is freaking magic, and I've seen this work a lot, just as good, if not better than JB Weld, is what they call,
shut up,
I'm not kidding, I've seen this stuff work, Gorilla Construction Adhesive.
Really?
Yes, this thing is made all weather, indoor, outdoor use, fast.
Pulls in 30 seconds?
Yes, fast grab, is paintable, gap filling, VOC compliant, low odor, non-foaming formula. So that this stuff, once you're stuck, it is stuck. And
don't stick your finger in it trying to play around.
Yeah, some of this stuff you got to remember too. A couple of things. If you're working with glues, keep this in mind. Ventilation is key, because, man, you don't want to be smelling glue. You got to be very careful, because a lot of these glues nowadays, they're not toys. You're not messing with the old Elmer stuff. This isn't like you get a couple of chances if you make a mistake
you don't
doing
want to spread
something.
it on your hand so you can get the handprint from your hand. And
right. Yeah, no, you can't do that with these. No, that was fun. I used to remember doing that. You just brought back my childhood.
Yeah. No. This is there.
Yes, this is stuff.
You're gonna be walking around like this and trying to bend your hand, and then they're gonna do this, and it's gonna be all weird and funky, and
then
you just
things will stick to you.
You just don't want to do that.
The glues that you want to do, make sure you have ventilation. Protect your eyes. Protect your hands and stuff,
and your lungs,
and anything else that you don't want stuck together. Just saying. Because this is no joke. These things
and if you have it on your hand and you go to pat somebody on the back,
yeah, bad.
Make sure you like them, because that's where you're going to be.
Yeah. So this is one of the all-purpose ones that I highly, highly remember. There's some other ones that Gorilla has as well that's used for literally bonding wood or bonding plastics and things like that. So basically, in a sense, what that ends up doing is it kind of, at the molecular level, it kind of melts
that's a big one.
The plastics. Thank you. It melts the plastics and causes its own porous for it to grab into to make it the bond that much stronger.
You're getting all physicsy.
Is that what it is, or fizzy? One of the two. So anyways, that's how that works. That's some of the different glues that we have on there. And a lot of it is trial and error. It never hurts to just go out and experiment with some of these things and try for yourself. Put out a geocache and see how long it lasts with that particular glue and go on from there. But there are so many specialty glues out there now. That's
and
amazing.
Apparently Gorilla Glue will not stick to polyethylene and polypropylene.
Yes, that's part of the reasons. And the reason is because polyethylene is tough, light, flexible, synthetic resin. Again, no pores. It's basically the kind of things you see in food bags, food containers, other packaging.
Those plastic bags that you get from the grocery store.
Right. Polypropylene is thermoplastic polymer used in a wide variety of applications, including packaging, labeling, textile, stationery, plastic parts, and reusable containers as well.
Like your Tupperware containers.
Yes, no pores. So that's why it's not wise to use on those type of items. The standard crazy glue, the expanding kind. Mm-hmm. And now you know why. So that's good stuff.
There's your educational
stuff. And again, we have links in the show notes to Gorilla Glue. If you've got other ideas that you want to do, give it a shot. Their product guide is pretty cool, pretty extensive, and gives you all sorts of hints on the right glues and adhesives that you might want to use for your projects. Yes.
Apparently, a geocacher uses Gorilla Glue for his bottle cap caches.
There you go. Excellent stuff. I mean, the stuff's been around forever. And you want to know the other thing? Okay, we talk about duct tape all the time. If you want to take something and use Gorilla tape, oh my God.
That stuff will not move.
It does not move, and it's waterproof and lasts a long time.
Yep.
So Gorilla Glue, if you want to use this for a sponsor, by all means, contact us. We'll be glad to be a sponsor for you for geocaching.
Yeah, we do sound like a commercial for
it. Yeah, but it's that good. And that's the thing. It is that good. All right, folks, good stuff. Let's move on.
Your support helps keep all of the GeoSnippits Reboot shows running along. Please consider making a PayPal donation through the link on our website to support our efforts and your ongoing entertainment. From all of us at GeoSnippits, we thank you.
Absolutely. And also, please consider, it does cost money for doing podcasts each and every day or week or month or year or what have you. It costs money to do, and we can't do it without you. It's as simple as that. From your donations through either the Patreon program that we have or through PayPal, literally helps keep the lights going and lets us do the show each and every week. And for the people that are, and it's a very, very small percentage, believe it or not, they have thousands of people that listen to our show or watch our show each week. Very, very small percentage of those folks are actually contributing members to the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast universe. We would love to have a lot more, and it's not because of lack of need. It costs money to everything from hosting to the equipment to everything else. We're not going Tahiti on this, but we definitely need it when something breaks or just to keep stuff going on a weekly basis. So if you haven't contributed before, please, if you can do it, click on our Patreon or our PayPal logos on our website. Send us a couple bucks each month. We would greatly appreciate it. It doesn't have to be much, just a few bucks. We would really appreciate it, and it literally helps keep us going. And for the people that do, thank you so much, because, again, we couldn't do this show without your help. So excellent.
Tell everybody about us.
And tell everybody about us. We appreciate it.
Yes, word of mouth is good, too.
Excellent. All right, moving on. All right. Time for the GeoSnippits Geocaching Cache Dash. Let me explain what that is. We have some of the best companies in the geocaching world, and quite frankly, they want to tell you fine folks about their products and services so that you can go buy stuff from them, is how it works. And to help us along, what they do is they send us these little packages of love, geocaching love. And they come to us, and we open them up and go, ooh, we want this, and we want this, and we want this.
And we can't have it.
And we can't have it. You know why? We give it to you, fine folks, as prizes. Each and every week. That's how the Geocaching Cache Dash works. We have a question for you, fine folks. You send in your answers. If you send them in, and you can't win if you don't do it, send them in, and we pick a lucky winner each week. So, Wife Amy, why don't we go over the prize for last week, which was episode 164.
All right. From coinsandpins.com, it was the Angel Geo Coin, the Travel Octant Tag,
yes,
and a Peace Flower Travel Tag.
Peace, love, and joy. Yeah, I love this little Angel Geo Coin.
She is cute.
I won one of these once at a event for a first to find prize for the event.
Did you?
Yes, won it in the raffle. And then again, we've got the Peace Flower Tag that's trackable, and the Octant, which is a tool used for the stars and ships and stuff. So don't want to get all technical on you, but it's trackable, and it's gold, and it's cool.
All right. So the question was, true or false? Strawberries have more vitamin C than oranges. And the answer was true.
Surprisingly enough.
Strawberries, 3.5 ounce serving of fresh strawberries, or about 5 large berries, provides 32 calories and almost 59 milligrams of vitamin C.
Wow.
Or 98% of the daily value. As such, ounce for ounce, strawberries are slightly higher in vitamin C and lower in calories than oranges.
There's another helpful hint from you from the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. I thought that was kind of cool.
Eat more strawberries.
Eat more strawberries.
They're lower in calories and high in vitamin C.
Yeah, did not know that. Mm-hmm. All right, so good stuff. So what we do is we have a random number generator, which I actually used just before the show because my tablet's been giving me fits. I also have on my computer to my left here all the different emails that were sent in. We got a whole bunch that came in, and they sent their answers in for episode 164. Now, Wife Amy just did a very spectacular flip with her Magic Geo Coin. Now, if the number was 4, it's not 4, and Wife Amy flipped heads on the coin, then we would count 1, 2, 3, 4 from the top of the list, and that would be our winner. If it was tails, we would count 1, 2, 3, 4 from the bottom, and that would be the winner. So that's kind of adds a little bit of randomness to the show and to for one lucky winner. So, Wife Amy, are we going heads down or tails up?
Heads.
Heads. All right, give a second, folks. Let me count down on my list. And let's see. All right, there we go. Oh, a familiar name.
Oh, my Lord.
Yes, all the way from Montana. Congratulations to, and he got their answer right. he is a ghost to us on the Geocaching podcast. We think he's like a unicorn, that he doesn't actually live anymore. He's more mythical than anything. Mr. Corey Stevens from the Geocaching podcast. Corey, congratulations, man. He is the lucky winner of those trackables. And that is awesome. Fantastic. And we're actually looking very forward to him. He's in the process of hopefully moving very, very soon and getting back on the show for the Geocaching podcast because we miss him. So congratulations to Corey Stevens for winning that very, very cool prize. All right, so you may say to yourself, well, wait a minute. How did Corey get to win all this cool stuff? I didn't get him. Well, it's very simple. Like I said, if you don't play it, you can't win it. To be eligible to win a prize from the Cache Dash, all you have to do is get your correct answer in. For this week's show, for episode 165, you need to get it in by next Wednesday, which is July 13th, 2016. So email it to gsreboot@gmail.com, subject line Q1, episode 165. Let me say that again. Email it to gsreboot, GSREBOOT, @gmail.com, subject line Q1, episode 165. All correct answers will be put into a drawing just like you just saw. For some weeks, for the people in the live chat room, we have an extra drawing that we do just so that they can win a prize right then, right there. We actually just did that the last week or so. So sorry, folks, not tonight. We do it at least once a month. And it could be we still got a couple of weeks left of July. We might do it again. So keep on stopping on by, and it gives just that little bit extra incentive. All right, moving on. We've got question for this week's show, which is episode 165. And wife Amy, what is the prize?
Is from gxproxy.com, caching in the last frontier proxy and geocoin.
Oh, you got to see this. This is so cool. You get the card, you get the proxy coin, you get the actual geocoin, and it is very, very cool from the caching in the last frontier. Beautiful, beautiful coin from GX Proxy. And thank you to Beverly and GX Proxy for donating this for the show. All right, wife Amy, what is the question?
The question is, were horses actually used in the making of glue?
Hey, a little transition there.
As in taking the old horse to the glue factory.
Right. Did they actually do that? Well, send your answers in, and we will find out next week and to see who wins that fantastic GX Proxy coin and proxy set. Excellent, excellent stuff. Wow. Horses for glue. You get to dig here with
I got it.
With glue.
I'm with you. Yeah.
All right, adhesives. Just saying.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm with you.
All right.
Not as slow as I look.
Let's move on.
Wow.
Well, we enjoyed the show. I just had some pictures in my mind.
What
just
week
won't
should
go
they
away.
put in there?
What week?
Yeah.
What week? It's episode 165.
Yeah. What should they put in the subject line?
You got me completely lost. So you have
subject question 1, episode 165.
Correct. I'm sorry.
Question
My bad.
1, episode 165 will
Right.
be in your subject line.
Right. GSReboot@gmail.com, subject Q1, episode 165. I'm sorry. I thought I said that.
Okay.
All right. Excellent. Excellent. Good stuff.
Okay.
And get your answers in, folks. It's free. I mean, come on. Get a shot each week, and you'd be surprised what the odds are. You'd be playing this every week. I guarantee it. All right. Excellent. Excellent stuff. Please, folks, we hope that you enjoyed the show. Send in, please, more stuff for wife Amy for feedback. Let us know. Our pile has runneth low, and we need more feedback from you fine folks. So send in your comments, your questions. Why not, hey, ask Amy. Have her a question.
Oh, my Lord.
And we'll put her on the spot because it's fun. And things like that.
He's still bitter because I'm level 5.
You better believe it, baby. And then make it a hard one. Make it difficult questions.
Whatever.
You know, like boxers or briefs. I'm just saying. Get some good questions in there, and we'll ask Amy. But get that feedback in, because our pile's running a little bit low, and we don't want sad Amy. We want happy Amy, the one that gets tired of playing Pokemon Go and lets me move on and beat
Oh my God, let it go, man. Let it go.
Also, please tell other geocachers about the fun that we have each and every week when we're not beating each other with competitive games, including geocaching.
So far, it's just you.
I'm just saying. It's good stuff. Consider becoming a patron and a contributing factor to the show. And thank you again for stopping on by with the show and watching us do the weird and crazy things that we do.
Jeez.
Please, wife Amy, close us out.
Thank you to our sponsors, GXProxy.com and CoinsAndPins.com, plus our amazing patrons. Thanks to Annie HeadHardHat Smith, and thanks to everyone watching in the chat room. Please keep those comments coming in, and we'll see y'all next time.
Right, and we want to do an extra special thank you to wife Amy for all the things that she does.
No, you're not.
And you are just amazing.
He is turning on Pokemon.
You are a wonderful human being. Okay, let's just see. All right, I'm going to check this out live on the show. All right, here you go. Little sneak preview. There it is. Pokemon Go live right here, right now. And I'm going to take her on. And I am like amazing. I'm just saying. So that's it. Pokemon Go. Oh, there's two of them right here. We're going to have to battle this out. I didn't even see this one. Oh, what is it? It's a starfish. Yes, folks, you're here seeing it live got it. So here you go. This is it. There's the ball that I just got it. And I caught a something. I'm not quite sure what it is. It's pretty astounding. But let's see, what did I get?
This is the saddest moment.
This is awesome. I got a little star. I got a starry U. A starry U right live on the show.
Dude, I've got like 3 of those.
That was in our studio. That's how close they are. So there's Pokemon Go.
I've got like 3 of those.
Well, I don't. So that was kind of cool. So anyways, folks, thanks for stopping by. And this is what we do, and I got to get to level 5 so I can beat her. I'm just saying. Just part of the fun. All right, folks, have a good one. Have a safe one. And we will see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Yes.
I need some girl time.
It's time to go and
I really
get some more. I'm just saying. All right, folks, have a good one. A safe one. And we will see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Ooh-ah! Please be sure to join us each and every Thursday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time for another episode of the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast right here on the GeoSnippits website at www.geosnippetsreboot.com. The video version of our show is available on YouTube, and the audio version is available on iTunes, Stitcher, Blueberry, the Tech Podcast Network, Google Play, and many of your favorite podcatchers. We love hearing from our viewers and listeners, so please leave your feedback by emailing us at gsreboot@gmail.com. Visit us through our social media sites or contact us via our voicemail line at 919-341-9519 or our website Send Voicemail tab. GeoSnippits Reboot is a HeadHardHat production and is produced by Andy and Amy Smith. This show is copyright 2016 by Andrew T. Smith. All rights reserved.
Boy, you got that one right on the money, didn't you?
I did indeed. Oh, thank you, folks. Thank you for stopping on by. Had a good time. And, you guys have a fantastic weekend. Be safe out there. Those weather down south, I don't know how it is on the rest of the planet, but we get those afternoon boom bringers that come through and just hit pretty close. I'm just saying. So have a good one. Have a safe one. And we will see you next week on the GeoSnippits Reboot Podcast. Bye-bye, folks.